So, just 'cause you think you can run, you can hide. Southwest don't work like that, compadre.
There's kind of a haze in the air. That's our smoke. That's still from that fire that's further east to us right now.
Down in these parts, nothing comes easy. And let me tell you, Mother Nature don't take kindly to strangers.
I don't want to get ran out of here by a fire, that's for sure.
I suggest you take your treasures and get while you still got your hide. There's no telling what trouble's around that next corner.
This could not be going any better.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gila.
Those of you tuning in, this might be a familiar scene. We just went through and made an excellent breakfast. Hot coffee and some thick oatmeal. This is gonna go right to the dome and get us get our engines rolling today. Because I'll be honest, it's a little chillier than I thought. You know, going to bed last night, I was splayed out. I was hot as hell. I think it was probably still in the 70s. And I woke up and I was all bundled up. I had my jacket on somehow. I was freezing. But I think our game plan for today is to take the creek upstream again and go past where we had fished just a little bit last night. I'm thinking that the further we go up, maybe the more isolated the pools will get and maybe some bigger fish. Because as we kept going up, the more pools that we found, the more fish that we found, which is pretty sweet. So I think I'll rig up both my 3-weight and my 5-weight so I have a little bit more versatility, and yeah, work our way on up the canyon. And this time I am not hiking out of the canyon. I'm just gonna take the creek home. I'm gonna finish up breakfast real quick, and yeah, we'll start getting camp set up, put away, and onto the fishing. Kind of feels like a slow start, but we are almost there, I promise. We've got our fishing bag packed, we've got our main big backpack prepped and ready to go. The last thing I need to do is get my first aid out and really fix up this finger. I don't know if you guys remember from yesterday, but we had a spill and it was pretty nasty. It cut me good and it cut me deep. You know, it never hurts as bad in the moment, but this morning I woke up and it was throbbing and it hurt like hell. So hopefully the Neosporin we put on it last night did its job. And now, all we gotta do is put some skin glue on it, seal it up nice and tight, put some more athletic tape on it, and call it a day. That's really all we can do. There we go, good as new. Barbless pops right out, and this ant muncher breaks the skunk. Thank you very much, Mr. Gila. Thank you indeed. Let's get him back. Even though we just got one out of this pool, and it seemed like last night it was a lot of one and dones. You get one and you'd be done. What I'm gonna try is I'm gonna grab my dry dropper rod, because this is a nice deep run. Go through a couple times and see if there's any big lazy boys sitting on the bottom. There we go. Yes! Yes, let's go. Looks like the Gila Trout have a taste for the Copper John too. You gotta love that. And that's exactly what we wanted. Let's slip this little guy back. I apologize deeply for saying Gila. I know it's Gila. I'm a Midwest gringo. Lo siento, my bad. Gila, Gila, doesn't matter. They are so much fun. That is, that's a great way to start the morning. Yo, he is a chunky, plumpy boy. He's been eating well. Good job, buddy. See ya. Not sure if it can kind of see through, but there's kind of a haze in the air. That's our smoke. That's still from that fire that's further east to us right now. I don't know if the wind shifted or what the deal is, but we're gonna have to keep a close eye and nose on that in case it gets worse, because I don't want to get ran out of here by a fire, that's for sure. Just a little guy. Wow. This one still has the par marks on it. It is gorgeous. Look at him. God, I love those par marks. Woo. All right, let's get him back. So this hole is officially where we stopped yesterday. So everything above here is gonna be brand new water. And hopefully some bigger boys, some bigger fish. So yeah, let's keep hacking on up. Oh, there he is. A little eager there, don't you think? That's about the size of your head there, buddy. Crazy little Gila. See ya. Finally had an eager one. Wanted to come up and give it a smack. That's super sweet. We'll get him back. Nice. This canyon section is so much fun. It's worth every step that this hike out's gonna be, I'll tell you that. Or at least that's how I'm feeling right now. So I changed up my dry fly to a stimulator. I lost that black ant in the tree. It was so high I couldn't get it, which really sucks. But, you know, Stimmy works just as good. They seem to be keying in on something a little bit bigger, and that's why our dry dropper dry fly, they're smacking it, but the hook's a little bit too big for them. They're not really grabbing it. They're more just like stunning it, I suppose, so that it drowns and then they can grab it. I don't know what these Gila are doing. They're crazy. They're mad lads. I don't know what the hell. But I do know we need to shake and bake and get back in there, because I think there's just a ton stack of lag. Loon, sponsor me. Come on, y'all. Betty Crocker up in this canyon. I'll be honest, I didn't even see this one. I was going to cast again. He came up and smacked it though. That's hilarious. Look at their little orange bellies. How beautiful is that? And that tail, holy cow. Desert gorgeous right there. Loon, hit me up, man. I'm Betty Crocker in the kitchen right now, shaking and baking. Little dabble, do ya? Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Man, that sounded like a helicopter. I'm getting spooked. The haze is getting a little bit stronger. Boy, I do not want to get trapped by a fire. That's starting to really spook me. What to do? What to do? Man, I'm starting to get so spooked. I'm hearing helicopters, I'm seeing more smoke. The winds are all shifty. This is a recipe for disaster, but I don't know. So, I mean, it could be miles and miles away from me. I don't want to just dip, but I don't want to get stuck either. What to do? The other problem is that my dumb angler brain is saying, oh, the Gila are getting bigger. Look at this guy. Wow, he is pudgy, plump boy. Come on now. Okay, so it is just 11 o'clock right now. We've been fishing for a few hours, been catching a lot of fish. I will say, if the conditions continue to get worse and the smell of smoke and the hearing of helicopters and planes continues, I think I'm gonna have to go. And I feel like a wuss, but then I also kind of feel dumb. I'm not used to New Mexico backcountry. That is not my forte. So risking it back here, you don't want to do that. Even for the Gila Trout, you don't want to risk it. And I think it'd be better to be safe than sorry. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the clock, keep an eye on the sky, and ears open for any more helicopter activity, because that'll kind of give us an idea of where they're going and what they're what they're trying to see. Oh, fires, man, they're killing me. I don't know if y'all can see that, but kind of the distortion or the haze, that's actually smoke. And it seems to be getting thicker. This sucks, man. Rat. Just barely got to set the hook. Woo. Oh, and he's gone. That was it. Fucking high country trout out of pocket water. There's not much better than that. That's like the pinnacle. Okay, enough harassing this guy. Let's get him back. Alrighty, quick fire update. It is right at noon. I haven't noticed any significant changes, and the smell of smoke, it's not as strong as it was earlier. That could just be the shifting winds, I'm not sure. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch for another half hour, keep my eyes and ears open and my nose for any significant changes. But I think right now is a perfect opportunity for Future Mike to take it away and talk a little bit more about the history of the Gila Trout and why they are just so dang special. So without any further ado, Future Mike, go on and take it away. The Gila Trout. Now, you better say that correctly or you're gonna have a lot of armchair anglers quite perturbed. Gila. It's not Gila, it's not Gila, it's not Gila, Jula, whatever. It's pronounced Gila. So, I deeply apologize for all the times in this video I mispronounced Gila. My fault, lo siento. And I'm gonna apologize further because I'm not a biologist and I'm not a historian, so I really have no leg to stand on talking to you about the history of this little fish. I will say though, I've probably put in more research on the Gila Trout than probably any college research paper I've ever done. So take that for whatever it's worth. But to kind of get this whole thing started, I'd like to take a look at the trout itself. Now after taking a nice long gander at these Gila Trout, you might notice some similarities to our good friends, the cutthroat and the rainbow. And in the whole scheme of things, in the taxonomy of sorts, they are essentially the same trout. The family and the genus are spot on. They are all related. So I believe it's Salmonidae oncorhynchus. My Latin's not much better than my pronunciation of Gila. But they are so very similar, and that's why you see a lot of the same characteristics physically of their western and northern cousins. And what's really cool, what's different about the Gila Trout is that they are only native to the Southwest. Parts of New Mexico and parts of Arizona are the only places in the world where you can find these little trout. I think that in and of itself is amazing. And to kind of keep building the story, keep building the reasoning you should go and fish for these guys would be their very I would say, rocky history. So let's take a look at their long history and recent history right now. A long time ago, in some ice age far, far away, we used to have salmon species running up every river into the interior. I'm talking deep. Years and years and years of fish coming in, fish coming out. And what has happened over time, because time does this, either some cataclysmic event, global warming, or shifting tectonic plates, a lot of these species that once moved back and forth, they like to bounce around, they got trapped. So you think of a lot of the cutthroat species in the west, you think of red band species as well as the Gila trout and Apache, they got stuck, be it, you know, some shifting river, whatever it was. And it is so cool to see how the you know, all related to this one salmon species delineated into so many different species, which brought us the Gila trout. And in the, I would say, modern history, the recent history, let's just go 150 years or so, they've kind of gotten the short end of the stick. Like a lot of native species of trout, we're talking overfishing, habitat destruction, introduction of non-natives, as well as a whole litany of, you know, pollution and all sorts of bad stuff that are, you know, not the greatest thing for fragile species like the Gila, where they're, you know, very keyed into their environment, only good at what they do, niche, let's just say. And what's been really neat is that over the past, I would say 20 years, this fish has gotten off of the endangered species list and onto the threatened list. And, you know, it's still, oh, you know, they're still threatened, dude. But what is cool is that conservation has really been at the helm of this. The New Mexico Fish and Game, as well as other organizations, have taken this bull by the horn and have opened up so many different streams to anglers like myself to go and chase this extremely cool species of trout. And there is so much, I would say, more information out on the web of, you know, where to go, how to go, this, that, and the other. This is just a very cursory look at the Gila trout and why I think you should take a second look, and I think you should plan a trip down to the Gila and go find some yourself. So without further ado, let's send this back to the vid. Pass Mike, take it away. Well, I hope that little history lesson wasn't too boring and you kind of got a better idea of why the hell I'm even out here doing this, and kind of why I think you should too. They're such a special trout, and for those of you fishy folk that are real crazy just like your boy, it's so satisfying to get out here and actually chase them. So yeah, book your trip now. That's it, yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes! That is the Gila we're looking for, man! That is fantastic! What an absolute gorgeous fish! That is so hype. He came up and, I mean, again, textbook. Sip that stimmy like it was nothing. Just all around gorgeous fish, man. That is fantastic! Yes! Woo! He did a little swim by, he said goodbye. That's so cool. Oh my God. Yes! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the pool boss. Look at this fat fellow. My gosh, sir, you are tubby. Oh my goodness. Dude, that is my nicest Gila ever. That is fantastico, muy fantastico. Get you one last drippy two on this guy. That is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? That is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll do a half-hour check-in mark. Again, nothing's changed. You can see it's a little bit hazy in the background, but nothing significantly worse than it was. And it's not like the smell's gotten any worse, I guess. I mean, you can still smell that there's kind of smoke in the air, but not too bad. I don't know if I'm getting used to it by now. I can't tell. But no headaches, no blurry vision, so I'm not affected by smoke inhalation, like seriously. So I say we keep trucking. I was gonna say my extraction was gonna be either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock to make it out of the canyon, you know, in a reasonable time before the sun goes down at least. So that gives us a little bit more time to keep going up this awesome creek and keep getting on some better Gila trout. I see one over there tailing, but there's no way I can get to him. He's way too close. This is almost everything you could have hoped for when coming to the Gila National Forest, man. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal fish in such a cool setting. This is insane, y'all. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Okay, let's get this Gila guy back in the drink. I hope you guys can hear me. I know it's loud in this canyon, but man alive, the Gila trout are phenomenal. This is high country at its finest. I love this kind of fishing so much. Whoa, that's spooky. It's starting to get later in the day and I've got a nasty hike out. So I think I'm gonna make this my last straightaway. As much as I want to, I'm that kind of guy. What's around the next bend? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, one more. Let's just go one more. I'll be honest, it's been one more for the past like 5. So I know I've got a pretty nasty hike down the canyon stream and then up and out with a full pack. So as much as I want to keep going after these Gila, I need to stop, put the brakes on, and be smart, because who knows where the wind's shifting, whether this haze is gonna lay off, or if I'm gonna even be able to get out of this freaking canyon. So anyway, this is our last run. Let's see if we can at least get one more Gila trout to send us home with a smile. Well, no dice on the last fish. That is totally fine. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fuel up, get a little lunch in me, and then we're gonna do a full pack. Break down the rods, put the net away, and make sure that we're as streamlined as possible on this hike back down the canyon, because I really think it's gonna be a tough one. Getting up's fine, but getting down, it can be a little bit more slippery, and I'm not risking going up the damn canyon again. No way. So, it's snack time, let's go. And this is gonna be Cliff Bar number 77. I don't know how many of these things I've scarfed down this trip, but they're keeping this temple fueled up. Sugar and sugar and sugar. No free shout outs, Cliff Bar. Following the creek down has exponentially been better than last night's trip out of the canyon. That was brutal. This is This is a cakewalk. Whew. Got a boulder jump our way. Ooh. Out of this bad boy though. I can do that all day. So cool. Oh, that was a deep one. I didn't put that there. That's a little ominous, don't you think? I'm gonna leave that where it is. Fuck that. Okay, we made it back to camp. Everything's hunky-dory. I think all we gotta do now, do our final pack up, get the big bag loaded and locked down, and then make the hellish hike out of here. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to maybe make it not so bad, but I think it's gonna be bad regardless, so let's get after it. Before we do make our final climb out of here, I need to make a little concoction, something I like to call jet fuel. Now, yeah, gasoline, diesel, it all burns, it all goes, but jet fuel, whew, man, that'll get you going. The combination is 2 Mountain Ops and 1 liquid IV. Put it in a small container, shake it on up, and that'll be your best form of propulsion. I'm not the best with dynamics on all that. Physics was never my thing. All I know is this, it gets me moving. So we'll get this together, shake it around, and start fueling up, baby, for this climb. Come on. It's a little thick, it doesn't want to mix. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. All the hatches are battened down. We got the jet fuel, riding shotgun, and I think we're ready to start our ascent. Gotta use these little pockets of shade, like an oasis. A lot of this hike is all exposed. You don't have much protection from the sun. It's dry and it is warm. Whew. Got quite a few more switchbacks to go. So no rest for the wicked, let's keep going. Whew. I really feel like we're making good progress. I'm getting my ass kicked though, I'll tell you that. Something to note that's kind of cool, I passed into another hiker all the way from Joplin, Missouri. Shout out the Midwest boys. I was flatlander, sucking wind. Very cool to see another hiker out on the trail. Makes me feel not so alone. Oh my gosh. Past mic takeaway, the outro. I don't know if I'll have the enthusiasm when I'm at the top, so I might as well do my outro now. This has been an excellent trip. Well, you know, it is what you make it, right? because we got to our original spot and we got burned out. It's fire season. I didn't even think about it. We're out west, dry. This is a tinderbox. Lightning struck and our original idea was completely blown out of the water. Not gonna lie, I was pretty pissed when we got all the way there and then had to turn around. But for a plan B, getting here, excellent campsite. I'm pretty sure I was the only jamoke out here. I hope so. I didn't see anybody else. But I mean, this is like everything I could have hoped for in a Gila Trout fantasy. We're all wrapped into one. The creek, the ambiance, the canyon, the difficulty of the hike in, the beauty, and just the how fun those Gila Trout are. It is so amazing, and this was truly an experience. I think I'm gonna have to make this trip more than a few times a year because this is right up my alley. This hits that nostalgic, I mean, just out of the water. It reminds me of little Blue Ribbon Creeks in Missouri, just pocket water fishing my way up, getting to the gold. In this case, the Gila Gold. But for those of you who have stuck around for this entire video, those of you who are new, thank you so much for following me along as I'm, kind of rediscovering backpacking and fly fishing my way through New Mexico. It means a lot. And you OG subs, you know who you are. Thank you so much as always. Thank you for following me on these silly adventures. And I love hearing what you guys have to say. So get over on the Discord, get on IG, YouTube, hit me up, let me know what's going on. I love helping you guys out, and I love talking to you too. It's a blast. So, folks, whenever you're making your way to the Gila National Forest, make sure to keep those feet in the water. Until next time, tight lines.